Now that is a good looking blade. Classic lines, great steel choice, decent price. It's called the Camillus 7.25 Black Tie-Dye G10. Horrible name. The thing you need to remember is it's catalog number 18668 from Camillus, which, as most of you know, is back in action. And they have some good knife designs. It's May 2012, and lately I've been posting some reviews on some HEC blades, high-end carry, and it's long overdue if you ask me. I want to flesh out my knife reviews with not just high value, but all kinds of knives that appeal to me, that I think offer value. This is a special request review for a buddy of mine, Paul, down in Texas. He's a T&P'er. He's helped the project for a long time. He rocks, and for the most part, so does this knife, and you're right, Paul. It's excellent. He contacted me. He's like, you need to look up this knife. It has most of the features you love. I'll cover it here as we go down this very quick review of this knife. Philosophy of use, simple. It's everyday carry, nothing more. Probably not collectible. I'll just say EDC utility blade. I'm going to show you some competitive options before the video ends. Shop wound. So there. Size and weight are excellent. It's going to be 3 ounces exactly, 3-inch blade, and you can see the size comparatively speaking when I roll out some other knives. I would say it's on the small size, which for me is perfect for everyday carry. That's what I want. The feel is excellent for a lightweight utility knife. Steel, the outstanding VG10. And it's great to see another manufacturer using it besides Spyderco. I know there's some others, but I think VG10 is catching on for its rust resistance, extreme fine edge capabilities, ease of sharpening. It is a favorite of mine, has been for a while. Out of box, this thing is insanely sharp. Wish I had a cardstock I could show you. I don't. Here, I got some paper to print out. See how this thing does. Oh yeah. Well done. Perfection out of box. I'm talking the blade. It's hollow ground. I'm not always about FFG, but I like it. Hollow ground when it's done right like this, I'm digging it. Classic drop point, good belly, excellent tip. It's precise. That's generally what I want in an EDC blade. In a tactical philosophy of use, I'll change it up a little bit. Great relief edge. Look at that. It's not too shallow. I need to focus against something. Let me use my little book right here. There you go. Black titanium nitride coated. And Camillus is using that as a marketing advantage, saying it's 10 times harder. It's on a lot of knives. I do like the black blade on this one, though. Excellent. No jimping. It's a small knife, though. I still would like to see some. I looked on Camillus's website tonight, and it looks like the model of picture of this blade does show jimping up here. So I don't know if that was just a picture. They're changing it, coming out with a new model. I just don't know. Great blade, though. It is outstanding. Speed is excellent in this little liner lock. We're talking about a manual action knife. We always got to look at the thumb stud. It's kind of goofy looking. It's got an hourglass shape, but it's functional, and the good news is that it's long enough where you can access it. So I will take the looks for the functionality of it. See what I'm saying? There's no occlusions going on there. You can actually dig it in, get to that knife, do a nice fast deployment. Lockup is perfection. No issues whatsoever on this. Handle construction. This is G10, milled G10, and I really like its execution. No sharp corners that I can see or feel. I did carry this. Actually, it was a different one. I'll tell you what I'm talking about here in a second. And pillar construction. That's what Paul was telling me too. He's like, dude, you're going to love it. It's pillar constructed. Blow it out, clean it. I do love pillar constructed knives. They're my favorites. They're just simple, elegant, functional. Great job. Maybe not so great, though, is they don't mill out or skeletonize the liners at all. And if they did, it'd be a 2.5 ounce knife. Competing against the SOG Flash 1. Well, maybe not the flash one, but the blink, the twitch, it would. Notice the back side here, you got room for a lanyard, which I never use on my EDC blades. So the handle's excellent, very ergonomic, and it actually has some pretty good traction. I still miss jimping. That takes us to the clip, and the plot thickens here. First version I ordered, actually, the clip was a little bit loose. And I said, well, let me go ahead and take that clip off, and I'll go ahead and Loctite it. Big mistake. Camillus, if you're listening, those screws need to go deeper into that liner. They're very shallow. I had a really tough time after just slightly bending the clip. Well, there's two reasons. It was loose, and then also I wanted to get more tension on the clip. So I slightly bent it with a sharp nose pair of pliers, tried to reaffix it. Wasn't so successful. Okay, and I tried, and I was like, man, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if the screws stripped out. I sent it back to Camillus, and they swapped it out within about a week. So excellent customer service for them. Big thumbs up from Camillus. This one came better than the first one. Talking about the clip tension, it's adequate. I wouldn't say it's super strong, it's adequate. 2 screws holding it, I wouldn't unscrew that if I were you, and unfortunately it carries tip down. And there's no options for replacement. That's a downside on this. I'm going to call it 186/68 knife. The clip itself is okay, it's low profile. It's not super strong, I think I said that, but there's no Wizard of Oz issues going on there. Durability, therefore, I think is going to be good for the EDC roll. Clip notwithstanding, as far as I can see, and now's the time to roll in some competitive offerings. How about the ever so popular, ever so beloved Delica 4 FFG? About the same price, which, by the way, from eBay, I got that one. TMP, I should say, got that one for $46. So not super cheap. I think a lot of that it has to do with the steel. The steel is going to be more expensive. That puts it in the same category as a Delica. A Delica is actually going to be slightly lighter, I think. It is going to be, make sure I'm telling you right, 2.2 ounces, around $50. That's a brown version. Gosh, I love this knife. Give me an Endura, give me a Delica, and I could be happy as those are my EDC choices the rest of my life. Doesn't have much style as this. This is utilitarian, this is classier. Same steel, same cutting performance between the two blades. FFG hollow ground. There you go. How about this one? I think I just showed you it. I'm going to show you it again because I still love it. I like giving it airtime. CRKT McGinnis Premonition, 8CR14 MOV, and I think it's about 2.3 ounces. $25. Gorgeous milled G10, skeletonized handle, anodized clip. Hollow ground as well. The steel is inferior to VG10. Flat out, I'll say that. Love the handle, but the steel doesn't even compare to that one. For me, SOG Mini Aegis Will, though, that's an OS8 cryogenically treated from SOG. It's got that beautiful deep carry SOG pocket clip. Probably my overall favorite in a production EDC blade. Great jimping. It's assisted opening, flat ground, delicate tip. All the stuff I've said in my reviews. That will give it some competition, about the same price. $45 for that one if you get a good price on it. I'm going to rank order these when I'm done too. That'll be fun. Dudes, we haven't talked about this one forever. Spyderco Nutnfancy 3? Nutnfancy, I didn't know you still like that knife. What are you talking about? I love the Nutnfancy 3. It's right up there with the Delica for me and a lot of my other favorite EDC choices. And it's the same weight, 2.6 ounces, about $41 when I bought it a long time ago. Not flat ground. Hollow ground. It's got, outstanding jimping on it. This is a winner. Has been for years. Well, actually it is kind of classy. I was going to say not as classy, but it's got the Spidey in there. That's cool. This blade kind of sucks. I'm going to throw it in there. I might review it. I might not. But it's not going to be a very positive review. The Gerber Volatin 2.6-inch blade, $33. Gerber's Mystery Steel. It's not a mystery Nutnfancy. Well, if they don't label it on the package, that's just what I'm going to continue to call it. So substandard steel. It doesn't come out super fast. It's very utilitarian. It doesn't have near the classiness of the Camillus 186/68. Well, that's what I need to compare it against right there. So rank ordering, here we go. Camillus in the mix. It's It's going to be kind of fun, actually, but kind of hard. Which one would I go out and carry every day? Right is on the best on the right. All three of these are just going to be pretty much right there. Dig? They're all three together. Then I'm going to put the Camillus. I used to say Camillus, but I think it's Camillus. And then CRKT, Premonition. Not that I don't love it, but the steel. And then the Volatin will come in last. How's that? Rank ordered. It's almost a 10-minute Nutnfancy knife review. I actually like this knife a lot. Again, classic lines. It deploys fast, locks up very well. Carries deep in the pocket. I forgot to say that, albeit tipped down. Not skeletonized, no jimping. Those are some downsides. Likability rating in the sidebar says it all. Nutnfancy out.